Hello, here we are. Oh God, I always clear my throat before I come on. Then it needs clearing again. But that's throats for you, eh? So 10 people with us already, which is great because I have changed the time a fair bit actually. Thought I'd just try a bit earlier. Thought I'd try and see what would happen. So Lynn Wilson is here. Hello to you, Beverly Spencer, Seascape, Adrienne. Great to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got all nice and pretty. I had a shave, and washed my face and everything because I've been gardening today. Wicked Fairy, hello to you. And all the Twig family, of course. April Evans. Wow, loads of people here. Jules C, hi to you. Great to see you. Cat Mama, meow to you. No cats in the room at the moment, but they are in the house. They're just kind of eating stuff down in the kitchen. So this is looking great. Sharon Sipe is here. Really nice to see Sharon Sipe. Thanks so much for coming over. Aria Song, Philip Corrigan. Wow, you guys have been busy on the chat here. Well, absolutely great. Hope I've just about got everyone by now. Teresa Baltazar, I hadn't got you. So hello to you. And as she says, don't forget to tap the like button. That always goes down a treat. And Charlotte O'Keefe is with us too. Well, thank you all and Debbie Ann, greetings to you, and Sharon Lee. Wow, more people coming on all the time. This is so where it's at. Well, many thanks everyone who came onto my test stream earlier. It was great to find that the microphone works if I have it right up close to me, which is absolutely brilliant. But when I watched it back, the video was really stuttering. So I thought I'd just go back to this place, sitting on the end of the bed here. This is pretty good. Works for me. I hope it works for you guys as well. And there is Sam, who can hear me really great, which is brilliant. But yeah, I've switched back over to this, right? This is a real good microphone that I bought a few weeks ago with some money that someone very, very kindly sent me, actually. And now then, Beverly, was it you who asked me what's the difference between cherubim and seraphim? I can't remember now, but someone did. Someone did. So I've got my tablet here and I've looked it up, okay, and I've found out the difference. I am just going to look at my tablet before I say what it is in case I get it wrong. Hi, Oil Painter. The difference between types of heavenly beings known as cherubim and seraphim is their appearance. Cherubim have 4 faces and 4 wings, while seraphim have 6 wings, and 2 wings cover their face, 2 wings cover their feet, and the other 2 are for flying. And it was you, April. Well, there you go. Now you know. And yeah, Beverly, no, but you want to know. Well, brilliant. There it is. Look, I Googled it on my tablet, and there it absolutely is. Wow, their job, it seems, is just to worship God. That's all I was able to find there. And when I think back to my Christian church days, there was a hymn, "Round the throne in glory seated, cherubim and seraphim filled the temple and repeated each to each the alternate hymn. Lord, thy glory fills the heavens, earth is with its fullness stored. Unto thee be glory given, holy, holy, holy Lord." And at that point, we will lay off the Christian hymn singing, I think, and move forward. But yeah, that's what they're all about, actually. And it does bring up a general kind of spiritual thing to talk about, really. Something I've never really kind of fully got my head around is the need to worship the divine. And I'm always kind of committing these things that I do and kind of giving them over to the Great Spirit, which is my idea of the divine. That's my name for the divine. And why would the Great Spirit want to be worshipped? I don't know. That's a crazy thing, but it definitely works if you do. I'll say that. Good evening and to the future, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, which I suspect isn't in UK right now. So there is some kind of value in giving up worship. I really wonder why. George, I think was his name, George Carling, great American comedian anyway, quite cynical but quite funny. George Carling, I think his name was, once said, "There's no point asking God for things. What is the point of being God if anybody with a $2 prayer book can tell you what to do?" And it's a fair point, actually. But there you go. People do indeed need to feel a sense of belonging, Twig brother. So, yeah, you all belong. I'm really, really glad that you're all here. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, you know, when we give whatever we give up to the divine, you know, we just acknowledge that we are all that spiritual family, really, all over the world. It was George Carlin. Was it Sharon? I thought it was. Brilliant. Well, hello, Egypt. Nice to see you. I was just thinking about Egypt today, actually. I put a video out a couple of days ago. No, I think it was yesterday, actually, where I was talking about the changes in world farming and stuff. And I was just watching a little YouTube about that today. It was about crop circles, actually, and they got on to talking about farming in Egypt. There's only a tiny little bit of Egypt, which is kind of suitable for growing arable crops and stuff. And I couldn't help but notice they built an airport right next to it, so they can get they can hardly grow enough crops for them to feed themselves, but they get them straight out of the ground, put them on an aeroplane, and send them away. Because that way, the Egyptian ordinary people don't get any of it, and the government gets the money. And doesn't that just speak volumes about the way things are? Goodness me. Oh, a bit of politics there, but yeah, good vibes is where it's always at, Sharon. Hi, Yvonne White. And yeah, it's 1:40. All right, yeah, I got you. Well, it's 8:42 p.m. here in UK. It's not dark yet, actually. It's just started getting dark, but as the summer builds up, it isn't actually dark yet, which is fabulous. Let me start off with a card for absolutely everyone who is here at the moment. And since we've been talking about angels and cherubim and seraphim, this is a good one. It is Archangel Michael. It's also a good one just because it's Archangel Michael, let's face it. And it says, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. And, you know, that's very close to the thought I have every time I come on here, actually, because I never know what I'm going to talk about. And it concerns me a bit to try and get it right, you know, to get it all as right as I possibly can. And so, yeah, I surrender those concerns, and I hit the start live broadcast button, and I start the live broadcast, and we're off. Hello, more people coming in all the time. This is fantastic. Sweet baby girl, hi to you. Julie Gagini, great to see you. And David Guest is here. A very welcome guest you are too, David. Thanks for joining us. Right, okay. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. I have washed my hands, actually, not at all long ago, because I had to wash my face to get a shave. There we are. So a quick drink of water to move the energy on. I saw a question. So I'm going to go up there. I've seen two questions now, actually, but I'm going to attempt to go to the first one. I never really do these in order, but since there's only one or two in so far, might as well start at the beginning. And we've got sweet baby girl, hello to you, saying, hi to big brother. Hi, sweet baby girl. I would like to know if my boyfriend and I will get the opportunity to travel together this year. Right. Psychic level, yes, most definitely. I haven't used the pendulum for that at all, have I? So let's pick the pendulum up and just get it straight from the spirit guide's mouth. I'm not going to call my spirit guide a horse. That doesn't seem fair. Let's get it straight from the horse's mouth. I'm feeling it's a yes, though, right? I'm really feeling it's a yes. Pendulum's giving it yes as well. One thing I've got to say about that, and this is not just, you know, me watching the news. This is all, you know, coming in psychically. There's going to be a limited window, okay? The thing that's kept us all from traveling for so long, I'm afraid it's just not going to be over, you know? I mean, the vaccines are going round, and in a lot of ways, things are better than they have been since it started. But there are new waves of it coming over. There's a new wave of it. Excuse me. There's a new wave of it going on in Germany at the moment. So, sweet baby girl, look out for that window and try and cajole it to happen at that time, because you could easily miss that opportunity. But we got a yes from the pendulum for that, so it is looking pretty good. Now then. David Guest. Should my mate break up with his girlfriend? There is a question. Right, okay. I'm just going to ask the pendulum for that one. I'm going to ask this pendulum this time, because relationships are always Always an adventure, and this is aventurine, which sounds a bit like adventure. Sweet baby girl says, yes, that's so true, and thank you, and thanks for your question. Thank you all for the energy you bring to this, actually. Okay, I got a very small circle going on here. All right. It's a nice solid clockwise circle, so it's a yes, essentially, David, right? But I can't totally promise that it's a good yes. I can't totally promise it's a good idea. Something feels like that's not the best idea to me. So what I want you to do is, if you're talking to him about this, David, tell him to tread carefully with it. Think it through, right? Because that was definitely a yes. But I got a feeling, that somewhere down the line, after the good reason, whatever the good thing the yes was about has happened, he might just regret that. Okay, so it's one to think carefully about. It really is. Okie dokie. More people coming. Joe's Mystics. Hello, nice to meet you. New viewer. Always great to have new viewers. So welcome to you. Judy Gagini is saying, let's have a look at this one. Update, you are correct. The physical therapy I picked this time is very effective and more hands-on than anything. Holistic approach. Way to go. I'm delighted to hear that. Thanks. And feedback is always very, very welcome, actually, guys. It really is, because it I trust my guides absolutely 100%, and that's kind of how it's got to be when you're working with spirit guides, and the trust builds up. The trust has always been good, but I notice my pendulums very often give me a yes. It's very rare that I get a no from my pendulums, so it's really great to get that feedback and know that I'm not just kind of being over cheerful, because, you can kind of spoil these things by putting your own thoughts into it. Anyway, Sandra Daly, may I have a card, please? She asks. For you, my friend, I am totally drawn to the Moonology deck. And so this is what I'm going to pull your card from, Sandra Daly. Okay, let's have a quick shuffle here and see what we get. This deck is one of those where the same card keeps coming up again and again. So I'm having a good shuffle here before I actually draw a card. Sort of cut it in the middle and then shuffle those side to side a bit. And then back to front a bit. And then I'm going to go absolutely nuts and I'm going to cut the deck. See what we get. Okay, first quarter moon. This is what we've got. And we are actually into a second quarter moon at the moment, but never mind. This is the energy of the cards rather than the moon itself. It says your commitment is being tested. Okay, Sandra, your commitment is being tested. And when we look at how the moon has been pictured here, there are clouds across the moon, which is the name of a fantastic song that was in the British charts in the 1970s. I'm sure most of you got no idea what I'm talking about, but there were clouds across the moon, basically, and some guy was up on the moon or in space somewhere, and he was trying to talk to his girlfriend on Earth, and there were clouds across the moon, and that was the song. Really kind of romantic, really fantastic. But this Sandra Daly is making me think there's a bit of a communication problem going on in your life at the moment. I've no idea how this would actually amount to a commitment test, but that is what's going on, my friend. Really it is. Okay, Sandra, I hope that card helps you. Thank you very much. Hello, Gail K. Nice to see you with us this evening. Hello, Carl Nitty. Hello, Beverly Spencer. I've said hello to you already, but hello again. You're near Utah, 1.5 hours away. Cool. Bet you're a lot longer away from me than that, but there we go. We have actually met, have Beverly and I, on Zoom, and then we were only like a split second away, which is the great thing about Zoom. Okay, now then. Where are we going? Yeah, as Sam says, right, Joe's Mystics, if Twig Brother doesn't see your question, please ask again. And that's great advice for anyone, guys, okay, because I don't exactly work in order to a list. I wait until my guides draw me to a particular name. So when you type your question in, right, mouse over it, highlight it, and just click to copy it. Okay, and then if I don't come to you, you can quickly paste it into the comment box again, and remind me of it, which is, that's a real good way to make it happen. Can't actually, here we go. Right, found it. Joe's Mystics. Will my relationship with DE improve soon, or is he involved with his baby's mother? Oh, right. You know what's come to me in my head there, right? What I've got there, Joe's Mystics, is both. Both things are true. I feel he's got quite a strong commitment to the baby, and it's going to be very, very kind of, well, it's going to be impossible, frankly, for him to give that connection up. It's not going to work out with the baby's mother, though, and I feel like you are very important to him, actually. So, yes, it will improve soon. But, you know, I know this one, okay? I had 2 kids, and I split up with their mum, and I ended up bringing them up because she wasn't very well at the time. And I just, you know, there was nothing in this world would ever have kind of made me do something that really, really pissed their mother off, because that was a real important relationship. But at the same time, you know, I did have another girlfriend of my own, and that was a very strong thing. So it's hard to make these things work like that. But, you know, then it's comparatively new in the history of the human race. We most of us come from parents who believed you had to stay together no matter what. And we found the truth, which is much more liberal and much more liberating, but we do have to find a way with it. So I wish you the very best of luck with that, Joe's Mystics. Okay, but what I got there was a yes to both sides of it. Pulling a quick card on that, 7 of Swords. Okay, right, the situation you're facing at the moment, it's playing tricks on your mind. That's the bottom line. Very quick reading of that, but true. Wow, he's so romantically... Wow, so he's romantically involved still. This is sick. I don't know about romantically involved, Joe. I don't feel like it's more like love for the children. You got to be so careful not to upset your kid's mother. I can't emphasize that enough. I went out of my way not to upset my kid's mother. I certainly didn't love her, you know, but by that time, but I had to be real careful, you know. So kind of don't blame him for it, okay? Just handle it carefully, because it's looking good for you. It really is, okay? Bad boy Rob, will I find a new job soon? Let us take a look at that and see where we get. I'm going to do cards on this one first, and I'll do a pendulum as well for you, bad boy Rob. And thanks for your question, by the way. Okay. 6 of Swords, right. Life is going to get a lot easier soon. Okay, and since we pulled this actually asking about that question, I'm going to say, yes, you will find a new job soon. But this is basically, it's going to be the last thing you expect. If you look at this card, Alice represents the querent, which is you. I know you're not a little girl, bad boy Rob, not by a long way, but Alice is you asking the question. That's how this deck works. And Alice is looking back, and all she can see is the rough water. But the lady steering the ship, driving the boat, can see that smooth water is just around the corner. Okay, so things getting better. Most certainly there. Let's pick up the pendulum and just ask for a straight yes or no for bad boy Rob. Will I find a job soon, please? Yeah, you will. Yeah, we got a yes there, most definitely. Took a little while to get going, okay? So maybe not as soon as you hope. But we said soon, and we got an answer for soon, and that answer was yes. So, oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. That's always a good sign. It's an annoying sign, but it's a good one. But excuse me, yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for you. It really is. Okay, Julie, will I get my forever and always soon? That is quite a question, isn't it? Will I get my forever and always soon? Wow. Seems like a lot to ask, but let's answer that the way we answered Bad Boy Rob just a second ago, because that seemed to work. Having a quick shuffle of Tarot in Wonderland, and we'll see what comes out when I cut the deck and I'll spill the cards everywhere. Okay, maybe not that soon, okay, because there needs to be like a cooling off period here. This is the 10 of Pentacles. It's full of abundance, and it's a really, really good indication. But you can see in this card, Alice is absolutely asleep on the chair there, and her ancestors are looking down, you know, from the portraits on the wall there. And that's a symbol that your spirit guides are watching over you, you know. But what's really important in this card is the Cheshire Cat down here, which is Alice's higher self, is also having a sleep at the same time as her. And the thing to do, Julie, is just kind of take a rest from worrying about it. I guess a very straightforward way of saying that would be take a chill pill. But let's bring out the healing pendulum and see what the healing pendulum has to say about this. Let's just get a straight yes or a no for Julie if we can. Yeah, that's a yes too. I haven't had any no's from the pendulum. They're very positive tonight. I guess that's because you guys are all very positive people too, which is wonderful. Okay, right. Now then. I'm going to go to David Guest. I'm going to do a card for you, my friend. I've lost sight of your question, but I'm sure the card will give you an answer to it, okay? Please, may I have a card? Absolutely. What I'm going to do for you, David, I'm actually going to do two cards. I'm going to do an Ascendant, a Keepers of the Light card. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Tarot card as well. And between the two of them, we'll see what we actually get here. Okay. Right. Keepers of the Light card, Joel Cool, he's talking about Dharma unfolding. And Dharma sounds a bit like karma, but it's kind of different. Dharma is like a way of connecting to spiritual things, you know, and when it's unfolding, you get in much closer to the heart of the universe, to the heart of what really matters to you, which is, you know, your own actual life mission. And Joel Cool says, remember that you're on a path, take one step at a time for happiness. And that, you know, that really works in terms of Dharma, because to get that spiritual connection, that cosmic connection, it goes so deep. You know, I've already said spiritual, cosmic. There are so many different aspects to the spiritual because it's up and it's over and above our kind of everyday existence and what we're used to in this world. So that attachment, that connection needs to happen at its own pace, slowly but surely. I'm also going to cut the deck, and I've got the Knight of Swords here, right? Knight of Swords, you know, this is kind of a yes type of a card, really. The swords are always about mental effort, and so you might have to twist your mind around, twist your thoughts around a bit to actually get your head around the situation that you're in at the moment, okay? But it's going forward, it's happening. Just be kind of careful what you wish for. That's what the sword's all about. And you can see here the clouds are a bit slanty as well. And whenever you get slanty clouds, you got to think carefully. Okay, my friend, I hope that is of help. Let's put those cards to one side. If I don't put the cards back in their box, they spill all over the bed, and then I can't find a damn thing when I want to. Adrian's at work, but multitasking. She's very good. She's a great multitasker, is Adrienne, actually. One day she's going to make something that's got like something wrong with it because she's been listening to me. But no, she won't. She's too careful for that. Too careful for that. I'm going to go to Carl Nitty, okay? He's actually right there, right this second. Oh, hello, Linda. How are you doing, Linda Hefflinger? So glad you caught us today. Yeah, I'm really glad you caught us too. Great to see. I haven't seen you for a little while. And hello, Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Hope you're enjoying your spanner, Sheila. I've issued you with a spanner this very evening. So, yeah, hello, everyone in the chat. Good evening to you too, Sheila. And thanks so much for joining us. While I remember, guys, Celtic Tarot, Sheila and I, 1 week from tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Thursday, the 29th of April, we are going live together and we're going to have some fun. It's going to be so cool. I'm so looking forward to it. No great plan in place yet, but that's how things get really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. If you're a friend of mine and you haven't met Sheila yet, check out that channel, Celtic Tarot Sheila. Wonderful readings on there, okay? Political readings, you know, but like other stuff as well, you know. It's great fun with Celtic Tarot Sheila, it is. Right, Carl Nitty. Hi, mate. Can I have a card? Feeling very confused lately. Okay. Let's just pull a card out. Okay. What we've got here is Right, well, 2 came out, so I'm going to do 2 for you. Carl Nitty, and thanks for your question. Right, first one that came out was number 11, and it's Justice. All right, and this is the madness of Tarot in Wonderland. But the real meaning of this card, in your case, is just try and find balance, okay? The reason you're feeling very confused lately is that certain things are out of whack, and I feel you're actually quite a solid guy, and I think that's why that's kind of difficult for you. Okay, things are out of whack, but the next card, and this is the nitty gritty, as it were, is the Magician. And this says, Carl, that you've got all the tools at your disposal that you need to bring the thing back into balance. And it also suggests that you've got all the tools you need to kind of carry on your life and get good things happening for you, okay? But the first thing is to bring things into balance. And how that works is Mr. Caterpillar here, who is the Magician in this deck, is holding a sword, a wand, a pentacle, and a cup. And those are the 4 suits of the tarot. He's also got them up above his head, kind of in spiritual ways as well. So you've got everything you need. You know, I'm sure you can make the connections, Carl, but just focus on bringing things into balance, okay? I feel something's really knocked you off balance. I think it's just kind of can't see exactly where it is, but it's just something's happened in your life that doesn't make sense, and that can be very, very upsetting. I also have a feeling, Carl, that you're feeling a bit rejected within yourself somehow. And again, I don't know in what way, I don't know how, but that feeling, you know, it's real. It's true right at this moment, okay? But it's not real in terms of the bigger picture. So just steady yourself as much as you can, my friend. All right. Thanks very much for your question, Carl, and I hope things go well for you. And to the future, there's lots of Colorado people here. This is what we like. This is very much what we like. Okay. Christina A. Oh, a dream question. This should be fun. Hi, Andy. What did the dream I had with Ivan mean for us moving forward? You actually had a shared dream by the sound of it. Okay. Let's see. Right. Now, you know, we never, Carl says, thank you so much. Thank you, my friend, as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you with us. Hit the subscribe button for more. These go out twice a week. The Sunday one's a little bit later at 9 p.m., but these go out twice a week, maybe more when I really get my skates on. Anyway, right. Yeah, Linda, I'm pleased about that as well. I'm really looking forward to it. Sheila has great energy, you know. And I've got to set something up with Danny Shea from Bathrobe Tarot as well. I'll let that one go a bit, and I shouldn't, because he has fantastic energy too, and that's going to be great. And he did offer, so we will do a collab soon. You know, it's collabs all the way here, and it's brilliant to do a collab because it brings the positive energies together so nicely. So what did the dream I had with Ivan mean for us moving forward? Okay. Maybe it's Ivan, but in Wales we call people we call that name Ivan. Okay. Spell it with an F as well, we do. Okay. Right. Ooh. Right, yeah, I can see I've done 3 cards on this, Christina. It's just what I was told to do. Card number 1, 10 of Swords, absolutely smashed to bits. This isn't the old knives in the back 10 of Swords. This is the Tarot in Wonderland version. And it's kind of bloodless here, okay? And the reason for that is it's taking everything apart and building it up again. And that's why the dream seemed as wacky as it did. I feel it was quite a wacky seeming dream. And that dream it's done this, right? This is the Tower of Destruction, but don't dwell on that. Dwell more on the image of this one, Christina, okay? What's happened is it's just, you know, you can see Alice has pulled the tablecloth off, and there's fireworks going up everywhere, and there's things smashing on the ground. Things have just been turned over. It's like upset the apple cart somehow, okay? But the reason for this is that you guys, I think I said this the last time I read about you and Ivan, actually, or Ivan. You came together for a reason, and we never know what the end game is, what the journey is actually leading us towards in the end. But you were brought together for a reason. It's going to be a long road of many twists and turns, but it's a road that you're actually meant to walk together. So you will be moving forward. And the third card is the Page of Wands. Not the most charismatic of the pages here, but he's the Page of Wands. He shows that things are going to happen, most definitely, okay? But all the pages have a youthful kind of energy, and this one does particularly lack charisma. So you're going to have to kind of be the wind beneath his wings. Okay, that is, I don't know exactly what the precise meaning of the dream was, but that, Christina A, is what the dream was trying to tell you. Okay, so thanks for your question, and I wish you the very best with that. Sandy S is here. Hello. Julie, you are good. Thank you. I saw you, Julie. Thanks so much for that. Okay, right. Julie, let's do one for you. Let's do this one. Will my cousin get back to work soon? We'll do a pendulum on this one. And then I might just rabbit on about something for a couple of minutes to let the psychic energies build up. But will Julie's cousin get back to work soon, please? Wow, it's really wobbly. Not really soon, Julie. Okay. It did a tiny little couple of circles there. So, you know, your cousin will definitely get back to work. Doesn't seem like it's going to be any time soon, though, my friend. Okay. What I do feel is that your cousin will, I feel, get an offer of something. It might be not be the offer your cousin is looking for, but your cousin will get an offer of something which will kind of fill the gap. It won't be a real good job, but it'll fill the gap until the job your cousin really wants actually falls into place, which it will sometime in the future. A yes, but a shaky yes. Okay, so sorry about that, but I got to kind of tell it like it is as much as I possibly can. Okay, hope that works for you. And thanks, Christina, by the way. Sharon Sipe sending big love and hugs to everyone. Let's all send love and big hugs to Sharon Sipe, because she's. Yeah, I see you on Sheila's channel doing moderation and stuff, and I know you send a lot of love out. You pour a lot of love out of yourself, Sharon. So let's all give Sharon some love at this point. Okay. Jules C says Northern California is very beautiful. I bet it is, actually. I really bet it is. Here is the great question, great question from Adrienne. I'm going to take a drink of water because I'm messing the words up here, which isn't good. Got to get the right words out. Do you like my silver sort of leopard skin mug thing? Or I'm not sure, is that a zebra or a snake? I don't know. Fantastic pattern, though. Fab pattern. Okay. Right, Adrienne. The way I learned to do it in the crystal shop was it was a very quick way and a very powerful way, and someone gave me an attunement to be able to do it. So I don't know if this is always going to work, but you're asking me about the crystal shop, and what we do. Have you ever done hands-on healing, Adrienne? I sort of think I remember that you've done hands-on healing. It's a bit like that, you know. You visualize the cleansing energy coming out from your hands. I'll do mine now. You put the crystal on the palm of your hand, and you just drive the energy into it like that. And we needed to do it quickly in the crystal shop. That's the point. That works very quickly. My favorite way is it's like twofold. One is I smudge. I just waft them around with sage. And I do both of these things. I also have a tuning fork tuned to the Om frequency, which is quite a deep note. And I'll strike the tuning fork and I'll actually hold it onto the crystal, and the vibration will clear it. I find that very effective. That's particularly good for something like celestite or selenite that you can't cleanse in water. I think it's mad that you can't cleanse selenite in water because it comes from the sea, but apparently you've got to not do that. Okay, and amethyst as well, cleanse it in the moonlight. There's nothing like the moonlight for cleansing amethyst. There really is. Okay. You give a healing massage without knowing you did at the time. There you go. See, you've got healing hands, you know, and it's great when it's like that, actually, you know, because it works without you knowing it's working. It really kind of makes you feel in tune, and we need to know when we're in tune. We really do. Otherwise, you know, how do we really know what progress we're making? But we're all making progress all the time. It's just that human thing that we have to keep looking for it. Virgo Queen is asking, hi Virgo Queen, will my crush and I be reunited so soon? And if so, when? Okay, that is an adventure. I don't feel that there's a need for healing at this point. I think you two are quite kind of psychically, cosmically, energetically, that's the word I'm looking for. You two are quite energetically suited to each other. There's a good balance of energies when you're together. Okay. Pendulum's giving me a yes. Right. When depends on certain things. I'm going to look in the tarot and get some advice from the tarot about when. Okay. Let's see what we get. Right, 10 of Wands. Now, in this card, this lovely guinea pig is pushing this wheelbarrow full of good things, you know, fruity things, sweety things, and he's got all these wands tied to his back. Now, in terms of when, okay, one or both of you has got to lose some baggage, Virgo Queen. That's a fact, okay? And this may not just be about losing baggage. It might just be coming to terms with the fact that you've both got baggage, okay? Everyone carries baggage. It's not a crime. It's a fact of life, my friend, okay? And it's when you either deal with the baggage or just accept that it's there. And yes, we are energetically attached. Brilliant. I'm glad to hear it. Well, when you're energetically attached, there's a huge cosmic force trying to bring you back together. So I hope you take heart from that. I really do. Let's go to Sam. And thank you, Sam, for all your support, by the way. Great to see you. Have you ever heard of vortex healing? It connected to Merlin. Yes, I have, actually, but sort of only in passing, and it was quite a long time ago. But yes, and it's something that kind of actively happens in this area as well. And I'm sure it happens out in Wiltshire and around Glastonbury and Stonehenge. Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very powerful. You know, when you think of a vortex, cosmically, it's a bit like an energetic whirlpool, you know, and the circular motion of it is very, very powerful. So, yeah, it's an excellent way of healing. I would do it mostly by visualization myself, you know, but yeah, it's a very powerful thing. It really, really is. Okay. Virgo Queen says, yes, we are energetically attached. Oh, yeah, I've already done that, haven't I? But yeah, brilliant. Okay. Donna. Every time I try and click on someone's question, it disappears. Okay. Right. Any messages from anywhere for this week? Thanks. Okay, Donna. All right, let's see what we get. Right, I've been drawn to a deck that's right on the bottom of the pile there, so I like to fish this one out. Okay, I don't know why it's at the bottom of the pile, because I use it loads. Used it twice today already. Work Your Light, Rebecca Campbell. Let's find a card for Donna. Okay, let's see a question, Donna. Okay. And it's a very wise question, actually. Any messages from anywhere that, you know, really leave it in the hands of spirit as to what they're going to advise you about, because it's going to be positive anyway. I feel this is something to do with you moving into a new situation, Donna. Okay, it's called The Great Gathering. It says it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Right? So lean on your intuition, Donna. All right? Let your intuition drive you. Follow your heart, you know, follow your heart as much as anything, and be aware that the people who are coming around you at the moment, or who are going to be coming around you very soon, are actually heaven sent. maybe not all of them are, but you'll recognize the good ones, okay? Because when the angels send people into your life, it feels good, it feels right, you get on with them. Okay, Donna. So, hey, thank you for your question. Hello, Twaina Bernard. Good evening to you. So glad to see you, Twaina. Thanks so much for coming on. Okay, let me do a little bit of scrolling here. Gonna go to Cat Mama. But first, I'm going to quickly look at what Sam's put there. It was big in the beginning of the 2000s. I nearly got initiated. Yeah, you know, the beginning of the 2000s was such a powerful time, really, because it was all leading us towards 2012, if I'm quite honest. But when I look back over my own life, yeah, my youngest daughter was born in the year 2000. And everyone thought the millennium bug was going to wipe out computers all over the world. Unfortunately, it didn't. I rather hoped it would, because we could have all kind of gone back to nature and everything. And the internet wasn't what it was then, so I didn't know I'd then be missing this, which I'd hate to be missing. But yeah, I went up to the top of the hill. If you watch my upload videos, sometimes I go driving up the hill to the main road. It's a very steep hill, and it's a beautiful place. And I walked up there on New Year's Eve, right at the end of 1999, and I leaned over the gate, and because we're high, excuse me, because we're high up on a mountain anyway, and I was at the top of the lane, I could see all around into the little towns and villages, and I could see things lit up. And at midnight, I really truly expected everything, all the lights to go out, and they didn't. So I guess there was hope there, but yeah. Really, really big, really powerful time, actually. The 2000s really were. And 2012 was super powerful, wasn't it? You know, made big differences in a lot of people's lives. Certainly made a difference in mine. The crystal shop that Adrienne mentioned, that actually closed in 2012. And there was me thinking it was going to, like, the crystal shop was going to be the biggest thing in town in 2012. But it closed down. It was a bit of a shock. But we all kind of scattered and started doing our own thing. And so all the energy from the crystal shop kept on going, but we all took it in different directions. So it wasn't just the crystals, it was us. And this is the thing, you know, whatever crystals you own, always realize they work for you guys. And if there's a crystal you want and you can't afford, don't worry about it. You can have free etheric crystals. And I never used to tell people this in the shop for reasons which will become obvious. But we live on a giant crystal, and down there deep in the earth, you know, this is a great thing about grounding yourself. Deep, deep within the earth, there are deposits of the most amazing crystals, many of which will never, ever be discovered, you know, and they're all working for all of us all the time. So if there's a crystal you want, visualize it and know that yours is down there in the earth sometime. Okay, you can dig crystals up, you can polish them and own them and pay for them, but really there's crystals there for all of us all the time. They really and truly are. Cat Mama, will I be able to safely and successfully retire within the next 2 years? I think I've said yes on that several times, Cat Mama. I understand the need for reassurance. I really do, my friend. It's going to allow something to heal when you do retire. I know that. Let's see what the pendulum says. It zigzagged a bit. It's given us a yes. Excuse me. Must have another drink of water. I've got such a bad throat for needing clearing at the moment. We all need clearing, especially my throat. Yeah, very nice, steady, yes, swing from this pendulum. Really, you know, really positive. It got more and more powerful as it went, but it started off slowly. And that's telling me that I think that's going to be a bit of a worry for you, Cat Mama. I don't think it's going to become really clear to you how your retirement is going to happen and how it's going to be successful. But it is, okay, because we got a definite yes on those ones. We really did. Twain, a Google moderator has deleted your comment. Oh, I do wish Google moderator wouldn't do things like that. Some of the comments that get deleted are insane. In fact, actually, some of you might remember Joanne Mayhew, who was quite regular. She's messaged me and said she can't get on for some reason. She's like YouTube has auto blocked her or something. I don't know. I don't block people, but you know, somehow she's got blocked. And YouTube is mad like that. I'm sure it'll actually sort out at some point and she'll be back with us. But it's absolutely insane the way that works. Hello, Jessica Waddingham. Hi to you. Love your cat pictures that you've been putting on Facebook, actually. Looks like a wonderful cat. Really, really does. Okay. And the Telluric Tarot, second edition, is at the printer. Woohoo. I'm looking forward to it. Hello to you, Ryan456. Thanks for joining us. Jules C. May I have a card, please? Yes, my friend, you most certainly can. And for you, we're going to do messages from your animal guides. If I can get the box. Oh, it's not an easy box to open, that one. The box and the cards have got this coating on. It's a real good coating. It stops them clumping together, you know. It's really nice. And it's easy to shuffle, easy to work with. But my gosh, you try and get the box open. It's really not an easy one. It really isn't. Okay. So what have we got for Jules C at this very moment? Let's see. Oh, enter the future. That's a good idea, actually. What's his moon sign? Yeah. Looking at someone's moon sign is interesting. In astrology, you've got the big three. You might be a Virgo, you might be a Sagittarius, whatever, you know. But we've also got that's the sun sign, you know. We've also got a moon sign where the moon was at the time of your birth. We've also got a rising sign, the ascendant. That's really important as well. And all these different things show things like your own personality, the face you show to other people, the face you want to show to other people. And it goes right through it. You know, if you've never had a birth chart done, please have a birth chart done, guys, right? It really makes a difference. That's something I do for a fee, and I go into the asteroids and everything. But you can get a basic birth chart free of charge from any of the big astrology websites. There's Chaos Astrology, there's Cafe Astrology, Astrolabe, that's ALABE.com. ALABE.com. Give you a very serious, very positive free birth chart, actually. Okay, do get one done because that plays into absolutely everything. And as Twainer says, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, Jules C. card I've got for you. 2 came out, right? And these cards don't stick together, actually, so they must have been meant to come out. First card for you, Jules C., is Emu. It says, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. Okay, I'll let you work that one out for yourself, but it sounds really positive. One thing I will say is the Emu is very much grounded in nature. The grounding really shows in this card. And I was talking about crystals and grounding just before then. So, you know, that kind of... I was obviously being drawn towards that conclusion. Second card for you, Jules. Second card for you is this one. It's cardinal. It says the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. And that is going to make your new adventure that much more successful. Really, it really is. Okay. Jess Waddingham, I had a birth chart offhand. I've got to put that one on the screen. I highly recommend it. Great. I hadn't read that by yet. You might have said it was rubbish, but it was good. Great. You will learn so much about yourself. Absolutely, yeah. It is remarkable what you can find out from a birth chart. It explains a lot of stuff, a lot of influences, a lot of why you weren't happy in a situation, why you like certain other things, you know. That's the way it goes. You find it all out, and it's all, you know, really connected to the magnetism of the cosmos. Ryan456. Hello, Ryan. Could you pick me a card, please? I certainly could, my friend. And I'm going to use these ones again. Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen Farmer, PhD, who was once married to Doreen Virtue, but was clever enough to not be married to Doreen Virtue by now, because I don't think he would have had a terribly easy ride with the whole Christian thing that Doreen is doing at the moment, telling us all to burn our cards. And I haven't burned my cards, Doreen, okay? I've still got 2 or 3 Doreen Virtue decks, and I'm not burning them. So there. Right, okay, Ryan. card I've got for you is Shark. It says, trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. Right, so there's hidden depths going on, okay? Some confusion in your life, no doubt, Ryan. And if there isn't at the moment, there soon will be, I'm sure, because that is the energy of this card. Big style, okay? But yeah, trust your instincts, okay? Because no matter how mysterious things might get, they're not going to be so mysterious that you can't actually work out what's going on, Ryan, okay? Hang on to that, my friend. Important one, that. Okay, I wish you the best with that, because I think it's going to be quite a tricky situation. I really do. But we've got two wonderful healing colors showing in this card. Purple, and it's a real deep kind of violet-y purple there, most certainly. So that's the violet flame. Lots of healing there. And also green, which is just a wonderful healing color all of its own. It's the color of the land, the earth, and it's the easiest color for the human eye to perceive, to look at. Green, you know. So healing is coming into you, Ryan. I'll say that. And that healing, you know, you can channel that into healing whatever's going right or wrong with your life, just to chivvy your life into the right direction. Okay, friend, thanks for your question. Yeah, it is too bad for her, Donna. It really is. I don't know how she can turn her back on it. When you're into metaphysics and the occult and everything, it is, Ryan, you're welcome, mate. Thank you. When you're into metaphysics and everything that Dorian was into, it's blindingly obvious that the Christian church has got some of the truth, but only part of it, you know. And she's just gone so narrow. Really crazy. Really crazy. Hello, Kathy Miller-Stewart. No longer have Wednesday off. Oh dear, so you only have a minute. Well, thanks for spending that minute with us, Kathy. It's nice to see you. Watching my granddaughters. What do you see for them or us? Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot, but I'm sure the tarot will tell us something. I'm sure it will. Okay. You're going to have more time, Kathy. You're going to have more time. Don't know whether that's just more time on Wednesdays, but that's psychically what I get as I look at your what you've typed in there. Okay. Queen of Wands. Okay, this is how you're going to have more time, Kathy, basically. Okay, Queen of Wands. Everything's kind of in order with the Queen of Wands. This card in the Rider-Waite has like a witchy character sitting on a hearth, and it's like hearth and home. So things are solid in terms of family life, right? So I don't know if you had any concerns around family life, but things are solid. She's also holding up a red flag with a black heart on it. Black and red are the colors of anarchy, so I'm seeing something anarchic going on there. Okay, and I think that's actually you. It probably feels like your granddaughters are being anarchic, actually, Kathy, but this is actually you. You've got to kind of break the mold. Okay, be willing to break the mold. You're going to have more time, okay, and it's going to give you time, Kathy, to pursue something quite positive that you've been wanting to pursue. You're going to have the time to do that going forward. Okay, time is precious. You're absolutely right, and that is a very short and sweet reading message / whatever it is there. But yeah, okay. Donna has seen a number of people narrow down. So sad, yeah. Well, yeah, in a lot of ways, I think it does involve going to the dark side, you know. When I was going to go into the Christian priesthood, which was about 1986, it just was, you know, when we wore a black robe all the time, and I eventually got in big trouble because I went out dancing on Holy Saturday, which is Easter Saturday, the day before Easter Sunday. I got in massive trouble for that, and I think that says it all, you know. No dancing, no enjoying yourself. Let's all kind of be Christian and have tea and not do anything that's fun in the name of the Lord. And I'm sure the Lord wants us to have fun, you know. God made us with this sense of wanting to enjoy life, and God made us that way for a reason. I'm absolutely convinced of it. I really am. As Twainer says, yeah, if you'd like a personal reading, do please email me 35and83@gmail.com. There's a clicky link down there in the description. There is also a clicky link to coffee.com/twig. which is going along your screen at the moment, but there's a clicky link in the description, and there's my email sort of scrolling along the bottom of the screen all the time. Kathy Miller Stewart, you're very, very welcome. Much love and light to you too. Andrea is here. Andrea Plichtova. I don't know how to pronounce that name, Andrea, but I'm very glad you're here. Kate Metho is here. Hey, how are things going in the Antipodean realms? Kate, lovely to see you. Morning all. Morning indeed. It's 9:30 at night here, but then you know that, I'm sure. And Sue Howell is with us. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sue. Hope your week has been successful. Great to see you. Great of you to join us, actually, Sue. Thanks so much. Okay. You know what? Just before I sort of move on to the next question, I'll put it on the screen now. This is what I'm coming to next. But just before I get there, okay, I don't really know how to say this, but I want to express this because I think it's something that's been on a lot of our minds. The George Floyd case, okay. I mean, I did a little dance, really, when I found out there was a full-on guilty verdict there. But all the time that's been playing out in the media, I've had this one thought, right? People of colour know exactly what happened, you know? And I could see exactly what happened. Everything else that was going on to me seemed like white people getting round to decide what they thought about it. It was just so blinking obvious, you know? And I'm so glad the guy's gone down for it, you know? Hasn't been sentenced yet, but there's no way he's not going to go down for it now. That just kind of cheered me up a fair bit. It really did. Anyway, Swaggy Star, let's get in there. Hi, Swaggy. When do you see my boyfriend and I living under the same roof, living together? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the month of June came into my head, right? But I'm going to repeat this story because you can't be too careful with psychic messages, okay? This is like a disclaimer. I know some brilliant mediums who paid a lot of money, 500 British pounds, and 100 British pounds is $140. So, you know, it's like, what was that? It was $700 to get this psychic read, to get this medium to read on when their house was going to sell, because they had financial reasons for needing to know when it would sell. And the medium said it's going to sell in September. The house sold in September 5 years later. Okay. The psychic realms, the spirit guides, notoriously tricky on time. Okay. Yeah, Derek Akora again. I'm afraid so. Hey, but he got it right. He said it was September, you know, and this is just it. You know, you only get what you get from your guides. You know, and they get it right. They don't always understand the intricacies of what we want to know. Okay, Swaggy Star, but I got June there, and I'm going to pull a tarot card for you as well, just to see what might get in the way. And Donna, yeah, Chauvin's conviction is a huge sign of hope. The only thing I don't like is it became easier to recognize Chauvin's name than it did to recognize George Floyd's name. And George Floyd is the one who, you know, we should all have been saying prayers for. And even now he's at peace, I think we should still kind of say a prayer for the guy, because his soul, like all our souls, is eternal. And, you know, you can't kind of send enough peace to people, whatever side of life they're on. Okay. Number 5, the Hierophant, Swaggy Star. This is the card for you. Okay, the big Cheshire cat in the tree is Alice's higher self. So it's a bit like going to see a priest within your own mind. Okay, think to yourself, what needs to really happen for you guys to actually be under the same roof, living together? You know, think about that. Always hold that mindset. You know, it's one thing to want something and to try and manifest it. It's another thing to always hold that in your mind as your actual goal. Focus on it as your goal. Okay. But I got June for you. It's going to be in the month of June. I just can't promise which June it's going to be in. I hope it's in a couple of months' time. I hope it's that one, because we're nearly in May already. And by the way, there's a Mercury retrograder coming up in May. Now, it's not till late May, but About 2.5 weeks before it starts, we get the pre-shadow, to Mercury retrograde. That's when Mercury is slowing down, and then it stops on retrograde station, starts moving backwards, and that's the retrograde through late May. And after a couple of weeks moving backwards, it stations, and that's the direct station. And after that, it starts moving forwards again. So from the beginning of May, look out for communication problems, that kind of thing, while we're talking about May. Okay. Yes, Into the Future astrology is definitely better for timing. I absolutely agree. What got me into astrology, and actually I have an astrology channel, which I'm about to bring back to life, by the way. Watch this space. It's called I think it's called 4 Astro Truth. I did the Doreen Virtue 4 angel number at the beginning. 4 Astro Truth. Coming soon, okay? I haven't posted on it for over 10 months, but I am going to be posting on it again pretty soon. And what got me into astrology, right, was this astrologer called Steve Judd. He's a brilliant astrologer, works out of Bath in southwest of England. And he had this radio show. And he predicted one day that the following Friday, a great world leader was going to be deposed. And, it wasn't going to be an easy thing. He wasn't just going to walk away. He was going to get forced out of office. It was going to be somewhere in the Middle East. He thought it was going to be the president of Egypt, but it was somewhere around Egypt. And on the exact day, at the exact time he said, and his show was on a Friday, while he was actually on air, right, General Gaddafi of Libya was deposed quite violently. And, he got the timing exactly right by looking at astrology. There is a lot you can work out from astrology. There really is. Hello, Thule. Hello, Marty Morrow. Hello, little buddy. Let's take a look at this one. Will I be in a long-term relationship with the guy I'm seeing this summer? Right. Okay. I'm glad you said this summer. Okay. You probably heard me going on and on about how you can't be sure, like, which summer exactly people mean. I'm going to use the pendulum for that one. Okay. Pendulum is pretty indefatigable for yes-no answers. Let's see. It's just twirling a minute now because it's on a string, not a chain. And they're supposed to be on chains, but this is a Reiki pendulum. So it's on a string. It's on the same string it's always had, actually. I went into a crystal shop to buy myself a pendulum in 2010. And they had plenty of pendulums there, actually. But the guy behind the counter said, just a minute, I've got the exact right pendulum for you in my car. And he ran out to his car and he got this one. So this is how it's meant to be, I am sure. Okay. Really big yes for that. Okay. Late summer, though, little baddie. I feel late summer. I feel like you're going to start making arrangements and it's all going to be positive pretty soon. Okay. But I think it's going to be later this summer that the big commitments happen and it really kind of goes that way. Yeah. Okay. Hello, T. Nice to see you. It's your first time here. It's our first time to have the pleasure of your company then. Thanks so much. Yeah, real cool story, Sharon. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. Right. Let's have a look what we got here. Now, here is a new friend. Nice to meet you, Minaxi. Minaxi Mingwell. Can I know, should I text Shabam or not? Okay, right. Card and pendulum on that one. Card first, okay? Shubham at the moment, the reason Shubham is out of touch, okay, is that this is the 9 of Cups, right? It's the Knight of Cups. This is someone who, as you can see, he's like a knight on horseback in this card. And he's looking at the cup. The cups represent longings and desires. And he's thinking about what he wants. He's thinking about what he really longs for, what he really desires in this life. Okay. And this character is also a lover of fine wines. So he's like, with Shubham, it's like the finer things in life. Okay. And the reason it's up in the air, okay, is a temporary one. It feels like this at the moment because Shubham is really, really contemplating contemplative. That's what I was trying to say. But he's contemplating deeply on what he needs to do and what needs to actually happen in his life. Okay. So if you text him at the moment, I don't think it's actually going to do any good. I think he'd be okay with you if you text him. Actually, I don't think he's angry or anything, but I just don't think you'll get any new information that way. But let's ask the pendulum, okay? Should Meenakshi text Shubham or not? I hope I've pronounced your names right, by the way. Yeah, that's a yes. I haven't had a single no from these pendulums tonight. All very positive, but then this is a positive place. And what's the point of giving bad news out anyway? I'm sure people get drawn here for the truth, but there we go. It's positive. That is, that's the main thing. Thanks for your question, Meenakshi. I wish you the very, very best of luck with that. Yeah. Now then, let's go to T. And did you see a meeting between my soulmate in July? Okay. Right, I'm being told psychically, not in July, but soon. Like, don't worry about it, but don't set your heart on July. I think it's going to be sooner than that, actually. I think we're looking at late May, early June, to be honest. All right, something's going to change. I know there's a reason why you feel it couldn't be until July, but it's going to be a bit sooner than that. Okay, it's going to be a bit sooner than that. July is like a time of consolidation, T. All right. Hope that helps you, friend. Thanks for your question. Andrea, does he contact me soon? Thank you. Send love from the Czech Republic, and I send love to you from West Wales, United Kingdom, which is where I am, in the little town of Llandysil. And Llan is the old name for a pagan spiritual center, I suppose. Every village used to have a Llan. Llan in Welsh words, that's what it means. A lot of people think Llan means church, and there is a church in Llandysil, and it's St. Tazil's Church, which is why it's Llandysil. But the Irish saints came over and took over all the old pagan Llans, So yeah, this is kind of coming to you from an ancient pagan, ancient Celtic place. Love to you from here, Andrea. But the question is, does he contact me soon? Thank you. And look, going to give the other pendulum a rest for a second and use this one on that, Andrea. I really hope so. I feel like he's being a bit of an idiot. Don't know why I said that. I never know why I say half of these things. I think he's being a bit silly about something. Okay. Right. Not really soon. Not really soon. Okay. Let's take a look at a card and see where things are going with that. Okay. Not really soon. Yeah, I think he's being a bit of an idiot, okay? And what we've got here is the King of Wands, who is acting the fool, yeah? He's balancing an eel on his nose or a snake or something. He's waving his crown about and he's holding a wand. And he's like a lovable uncle that does crazy magic tricks and spends too much money on the horses and probably drinks a bit too much, okay? But he's for real, He's a powerful, positive influence. Okay, he's being a bit of a joker at the moment, Andrea. Okay, so not as soon as you'd like, I'm afraid, but it's all good, and he will be in touch. Okay, excuse me. Okay, right. Enter the future. Hang in there. Just copy and repost, guys. It is kind of challenging to see everyone questioning at once, but I'm sort of used to it at the same time. But I have to go one at a time, I'm afraid, guys. That's just kind of how it goes. Linda Helfinger, I think you asked me a question and I don't think I answered it. And anyone who's actually asked a question that I haven't answered yet, would you please type it in again? And as you're typing your question, mouse over it and copy it. And then you can just post your question again if I don't come to you without having to do all the typing again, which makes life a fair bit easier. Okay, right. Always drink plenty of water, guys. I always say that, and I say how important it is for psychics and mediums and healers and spiritual practitioners to drink plenty of water. And it really is. But I was thinking about that today, and I thought I really must say to everyone, drink more water, because it's really important for everyone to drink water. It really is. Okay, Twaina, you've asked about 10 times, my friend. Very, very patient. Thank you. Let's do Spirit Guide's message, please. Okay. I can see a fish jumping out of water. Why can I see a fish jumping out of water? Why can I see a fish jumping out of water, Twaina? Just been talking about water as well. Let's get good old Doreen's deck out, the Ascended Masters here, and see what we've got here. There's some kind of advice. This fish jumping out of water is definitely... Here we go, right. Okay. So we got 2 here, Twaina, right? First one, clear and shield your energy. I'll just move stuff around on the bed here because it's all like tipping over again. Clear and shield your energy. This is Al Moria, who is said to have been an incarnation of Merlin, actually. And he was a great social justice warrior in his time, yeah? So clear and shield your energy. I don't feel there's a massive psychic attack coming to you or anything like that. But I think you're going to be made to feel like a fish out of water, Twaina. Okay? The answer to that's going to be this. Focus upon your strengths. And it's Apollo, the Greek god Apollo. Really, really powerful energy. And this is saying that you have got a lot of strength, Twaina. You really have got a lot of strength. I thought of the lake home as well. But I think you're going to be in the lake home. And this was a fish jumping out of water. And that's why I went with fish out of water. And that just seemed to be the way I got taken by my guides once I'd done that. Okay. Hope that helps you, Twaina. Okay, but I know you're a strong lady, you know. And I feel as I say that, you're thinking, you know, I'm not that strong. Yes, you are. Believe in your own strength, Twaina. Stuff you've come through has been massive, I'm being told. So, you know, believe in your own strength, okay? And that lake home is going to happen one of these days. Okay. Is Rosie meant to help me and Earl with our spiritual work? Asks Linda Linda Hefflinger. Sorry, I always get that name wrong. I really do. But yeah, great question, actually. Let's see. Right, I'm going to do a tarot card or 3 in a minute. But I'm going to, no, well, 2, I guess. But I'm going to start off with an Ascended Masters card, because that's what I've got in my hand at this very moment, and I was kind of drawn to. Right, what we've got here is Fertility, and the Ascended Master in question is Pan. Okay, so yeah, the situation is fertile. Okay, so Rosie actually working with you is fertile. It's what's meant to be. It's what's meant to actually happen. And I don't know if she gets music involved with this, Linda, but music is going to play a part, possibly tuning forks, possibly a singing bowl, something like that, Linda. Okay, but yes, that fertility card says, you know, yeah, the situation is fertile. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen good. Okay. Let's bring out 2 cards here. Okay. 6 of Swords again. This one's already been out of the pack once tonight, but it's jumped out again. So, Linda, this is bringing you guys into clearer, smoother waters, okay? It takes time. We can see in the background of this card, if I bring it up close, there are bare trees in the distance, trees with no leaves on. And that seems like the opposite of fertility, but it goes with the fertility card because the fertility is what actually puts leaves on the trees, okay? And as I said to, I think it was Bad Boy Rob had this card before. If you put yourself in Alice's place, because she's like you, she's the person asking the question, that's what she represents. She represents you. And I guess Earl, if he's asking this question as well, she's looking back over rough waters, and that's all she can see. But the Queen of Pentacles lady, who's the person who's actually steering the boat and in charge of the boat, can see smoother waters much further ahead. So Rosie is all about kind of guiding you towards that. And the Welsh word for guide, there's a Welsh word, gaedwad, which actually means conservative, okay? So I don't mean political conservatism, okay? But the thing is, use that energy wisely, Linda. That's what's come to me there. The other card I got for you is number 6, the lovers. Well, I know you guys are lovers because you're husband and wife, and you know, so that much is obvious, really, okay? But this shows just the power of love, okay, and the power of what you can actually do as a couple, right? It's gonna bring you closer. I'm sure it really is. And so overall answer to the question is yes. You know, Rosie is meant to help you and her with your spiritual work. That looks to me as if it's going to go very, very well. So thanks, Linda, and thanks for your question. Here we go. Okay. Now then, let's have a look at what Mary's saying. Hello, Marcia Humble, by the way. Nice to see you, T. I will come to that. I will come to that, T. Okay. Mary's asking, Andy, I am back from my Santa Fe trip. Great. Spiritual place. The biggest take home was to just listen to people with my heart and give them my full attention. They will take what they need, and me too. Great. It's not a question, but I'm bound to pull a card out for that as we go along. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Great. Okay. This is all about remembering all the friends and all the loved ones around you, all the supportive people in your life. So that's really confirming that was a real supportive time, Mary. And by listening to people and giving them your full attention, I'm sure that there was something very healing in that, actually. Linda, thank you forever too. You're very welcome, my friend. As Lisa, as Erin's son X says, if you'd like a private reading with Twig Brother Andy, please email him here, 35and83@gmail.com. It's going along the bottom of your screen right this minute. And there's a clickable link in the description down below. There's also a clickable link to coffee.com/twig. Which is my coffee page. There are various pictures of my life, what's going on in my life on there. There's going to be more garden pictures tomorrow because that's been growing like Billy Ho. It's changed. And some more pictures there. So take a look at that. You can also buy me or buy the channel a coffee, or dare I say a cup of tea, through coffee.com if you'd like to. That's always welcome. Okay. Now then. What did I say? I was going to go to... Wow, the comments are flowing fast tonight. This is great. T is asking, did I have a past life in France? You've been dreaming about France, T? I wonder. That's my question to you. Have you been dreaming about France? There's a reason why you're wondering about that. I feel we're going to get a yes to that, actually. I feel we're going to get a yes to that because I'm pretty close to France here. It's not all that far away. You have been dreaming about it, right? Okay, I'm going to ask for a yes or no from the pendulum. I believe those dreams are for a reason. I think we're going to get a yes. Okay. I'm very interested in French culture. I'm not going to talk too much about this because it gets boring and it's like off topic, but I'm a pipe organ player, a church organ player, and far and away the best organs in Europe, in my opinion, are French ones. Okay. Right, interesting, right? It's a yes, okay, because it was doing big yes circles, but at one point it stopped and just swung straight back and forth, which is a no, and then it went back to yes again. So I don't know what that's all about. What I'm going to say, T, tune in psychically on this. Oh, yeah, it was a very long time ago you had that past life in France. Yeah. The thing about past lives is that we've all had many of them, Many of us who are alive today have had something like 180 past lives. That's why there's so many of them. So it was a long way back, T, but yes, you did. Yes, you did. And there was another part of that question I want to look at too. You've met someone from there too. Well, let's pull you a tarot card and see what we get about that then. Oh, 3 of Cups, right? This is pretty good then. Okay, the person you've met from France does you a lot of good. I'll say that. Don't know if you guys actually managed to physically both be in France at the same time, but I get the feeling you're going to meet up. And the Three of Cups says there's an upward spiral in which everyone's getting what they want, you know. It's going to be like mutually beneficial for you. It really is, T. Okay. France keeps calling me as well, actually, T. But I've got chickens and cats, and I just can't get other people to look after the chickens, unfortunately. People love my cats. I'm sure someone would look after the cats for me, but I don't know what I'd do with the chickens, you know. So one day maybe I'll make it to France because I'd love to go there. But, you know, yeah. If it's calling you, you're going to get there at some point. That's how these things work. It really does. Yeah, Tweener, I wonder why Google moderators keep doing that. I'm getting a bit annoyed with Google these days and the things it kind of cuts off and stops from happening. Really quite annoying. Okay. Let's go to Hannah Brown at this point. Okay, please could I have a card? It would mean a lot as I'm very stressed. I'm sorry to hear you're very stressed, Hannah. You know, stress is always part of some kind of journey. It always sort of, it's a liberating thing in the end when you're going through stress, because something is going to release. It's going to push you to a point and cause something to really, really release. Ascended Masters are doing some good stuff here at the moment. Right, okay. Card for you, Hannah. This one, right? It is Saint Germain, who is another incarnation of Merlin, actually. Merlin incarnated twice as the Count of Saint Germain. He's not a Christian saint, he's the Count of Saint Germain. So, you know, he would sign his name Saint Germain, because that's where he was the Count of. Okay, saying, work your magic. He's got this beautiful light body Merkaba thing held up right in front of his heart chakra. Pure gold shining out of it, okay? So work your magic, Hannah. Tells me there is something you can do about this, okay? But it might take a bit of working out. But do release that stress, whatever you do, my friend, okay? This card says you definitely can release your stress. Give it to the angels if it's too much, okay? Because Saint Germain is the commander, as it were, the person in charge of the 9th ray, which is the healing ray of purple light, of violet light. And if you need to, turn to the violet flame as well. I could talk about the violet flame all night. It's a great healer. It's a great way of manifestation as well. It's really the violet flame of manifestation. Check it out on the internet, Hannah. It'll just blow you away. You can learn to invoke it. You can attune yourself to it. An awful lot of people will try and sell you an attunement to just about anything, but you can attune yourself to the violet flame, and that's a real good way to release things. Hope that helps you, Hannah, and I wish you the best of luck on getting over all that horrible stress, which doesn't seem very nice at all. Lisa says, I notice I feel very restless in the spring. I feel a call to travel. Maybe that's it, Hannah. You're getting a call to travel through life. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Judith, hi. Andy, could you read if my daughter Nancy will be helped to heal by her new doctor? Okay. Sometimes I wish I had a 2-card deck with yes and no. The pendulum's pretty good like that. But I'm drawn to use the tarot, okay? Tarot in Wonderland for this one. Okay. Number 7, the Chariot. It's a journey, so the journey's on. So in a lot of ways, the answer is yes. But the Tarot in Wonderland deck has its own little tarot story going on as well. And part of this number 7 Chariot card from the major arcana of that deck is that Alice is trying to play a game of, I think it's croquet, and she's having to play it with a flamingo and a hedgehog. There's a hedgehog down the bottom there, see, instead of a bat and a ball, or a ball and a croquet hammer, isn't it? So what's happening here is the situation isn't ideal, okay? Her new doctor may not be the best person to do that, but your new doctor will actually get your daughter through it. You know, we always hope we'll have a really good doctor who's really in tune with us. But you've got to bear in mind that even if we're not all that well in tune, they are trained to actually get anyone through anything. And I really got a strong feeling of yes there. I'm going to ask the pendulum just for confirmation here, Judith. All right, and I'm wishing you the best of luck with this. Sure, we're all sending you healing. We're a very healing bunch on this group, actually. Love the healing energy that seems to go on. Yeah, got a yes on that. It's a very slow circle, though. Okay, so yeah, this new doctor probably isn't the best doctor you could have, but this doctor is going to get it done, right? And your daughter Nancy will be helped to heal by her new doctor, and also by your prayers, all of our prayers, and the pure love and might of the angels involved there as well. Okay. And two, nice not to be the only one who's restless. Yeah, I know what you mean. I really know what you mean. Okay. Right. I know what you mean about Google can't spell, actually. Yeah. Don't know if I should say it really, but I wrote an online, I think it was on a website before Facebook was a thing, a long time ago. I was doing some spiritual counseling, and I said to this lady, that must have been hard on you. And it got banned because it contained hard and on next to each other. Google can't spell, and even if Google could spell, it'd still be useless. That's what I think. Okie dokie. Holly DeShane, I'm coming to you, my friend. Thanks for this question. Wow. Before I answer this question, Holly, I've got to say something out of a sense of responsibility that all mediums are trained to say this, okay? It's not a cop-out. I've got to be absolutely honest, though, right? I'm not a doctor. If in doubt, always ask your doctor, my friend, okay? Going to start with the pendulum here and see where we get. Okay, I really hope the cancer hasn't spread into your lymph nodes. I really hope that cancer goes away, Holly. Right, so the question is, has the cancer spread into Holly's lymph nodes, please? Pendulum standing stock still. Doesn't exactly mean no, but it certainly doesn't mean yes. You know, you get nice big circles out of this pendulum for yes. I really believe that the answer to that question is no, Holly. But like I say, my friend, I just don't give out medical advice, you know. I'm a musician. I've been in the Air Force. I'm a healer. I'm a medium. I'm a psychic. I just don't give out medical advice, my friend. But as Trainer says, love, light, hugs, prayers, and blessings to you, Holly. Right, I'm sure we all want to send you love and blessings. Okay. If you possibly can, Holly, right, try and get some Reiki for that. I strongly recommend Reiki for any situation, okay? Because the healing of Reiki kind of adjusts itself to what you need. Try and visualize and believe this whole situation improving and things being okay. I can see good things in the future for you, Holly. I can see a long life for you. So I don't feel it's going to get you, okay? But God, you know, with all the love and light in the world, I don't pretend to be a doctor. I don't pretend to know what a doctor knows. But you've done that, have you, Holly? Great. Keep on visualizing it. Keep on believing it, okay? Because Reiki definitely does work. It really does. The only reason Reiki doesn't seem to work for some people is that they just can't quite believe it's really going to work, you know? Sam has been deleted now. I'm not having, if they delete Samsung, I'm giving it up. It's not fair. It's not fair. But hey, we all send you love, Holly, and you know all the very best of everything to you. You know, okay. That new beginnings energy that comes with the season fills you with hopeful feelings for what comes next. And Holly, try and fill yourself up with hopeful feelings, okay? Because hope springs eternal. It really does. It really, really does. Okay, guys. Now then, we're sort of getting towards the end of the session at this point. Mary's asking who else was Merlin on Earth. Mary, that's a question. I'm going to do more research, okay, and I'll try and do more videos about that, okay, because he's such a massive subject. I'm sure he's been many people. Crucially, Mary, I feel that we've all got a little bit of Merlin in us somewhere because he was only half human. His father was an incubus. His mother was either the Lady of the Lake or a French lady called Sybil, the English name Sybil, but French, or Morgan Le Fay It's hidden way back in the mists of times in these 11th century manuscripts, okay? But in some ways, he's everyone on earth because he's the mystic life force, the God force, the key, you know, the actual key energy within all of us. It relates very strongly to Merlin. But watch this space, Mary. I'll try and find out some more stuff about Merlin. It's hard to find, but I'm going to keep looking for it. I really am. Okay. Thanks for that question. Very stimulating questions. Really made me think, actually. Really has made me think. T, merci beaucoup. And merci beaucoup to you too, T. Great stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah, Adrian, yeah. Google has censored us putting in your coffee page link to make sure you use Super Chat so they get a cut. Yeah, that really totally explains it. That really totally explains it. This is partly because I'm eligible to monetize my channel and I haven't monetized it. Okay, I've got various reasons why I haven't monetized it and I'm not planning to, but they're trying to push me to monetize it. I can't. Okay, I really can't. I'm on a state disability pension. I'm allowed to earn a certain amount of money, but I'm not allowed to start my own business because that would mean that I could do a job and that would mean I would lose my disability pension. A private insurer couldn't do that, but a state insurer can and does. So that's why I'm not going to monetize my channel. Also, because I think advertising is inherently really bad news. You know, most of the stuff you see advertised on YouTube is total crap, to be honest. If you ever bought that Peeps glasses cleaner, I got one of those thinking it'd clean my glasses, and it's just absolute plastic crap. It wasn't worth. It was cheap, and it still wasn't worth it. Really wasn't. Yeah, I'll have to make my ticker banner bigger. Let me see what I can do about that, actually. Let me just see if I can do something. Hey, well, there's my email address. All right, I'm gonna write the coffee one and put that up. I haven't created it. Let's see if I can create it while we're here, actually. Okay. Let's just see what I can do. Create a banner. Let's see if this works. Okay. Add that banner. And I'm going to show that banner. There it is. There's a bigger banner. That's the place to go if you'd like to show me some love in the shape of a coffee. But guys, the love that really matters is pouring out to you guys all the time, and I really appreciate it. Okay. Right. Mary, great. I'll be very happy to do a reading for you, actually. I look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. I feel there's good energy around that. I already do. Sam, Twig brother, what star sign are you? I am a Sagittarius, Sam. That's where I'm at. I'm a Sagittarius, very much so. Hurrah, says Erinson. Yeah, it worked. It worked. I'm not going to let YouTube win. YouTube is a wonderful way of getting a message out. There are other platforms, but, you know, hardly anybody watches them. I mean, like there's Vimeo, for example. A lot of people would watch Vimeo, I know, and that would be my go-to if YouTube gets too bad. But you have to, you can only have like 5 gig of storage, so you can't leave the videos on Vimeo forever unless you don't produce any new videos, you know. Okay, gonna go to Pookie now. Pookie Bad G, hello. Does Kay feel the same? Love, love, love. Okay. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Ganesh always says yes. Ganesh says obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. This is why it feels up in the air at the moment, Pookie Badgie, because between you and Kay, there is some kind of obstacle and it's being removed. You don't even have to remove it yourself. Just keep believing it's going to be removed and speak your truth. If anyone asks you anything about this, always speak your truth and be fearless about that, okay? Because what's happening with you and Kay, it's something positive, you know, something that means a lot in the future going forward. It really does, okay? But yeah, obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So as above, so below. The spirit people, the angels of love, They're all on the case for you. They really are. Thanks so much for that question. I wish you all the very best with that. I really do. My dear friends, we have arrived at about an hour and a half, and I've got loads of energy tonight, actually. But I've learned, my guides have told me keep it to 90 minutes if you can. Your moon is in Sagittarius, indeed, Lisa. Great place to have your moon, if you ask me. There's a British comedian called Catherine Tate, and she used to do this sketch where she used to say, I'm a fiery Sagittarius with the moon in Uranus. And, it's that joke. That's why serious astrologers were calling it Uranus for a while. Speaking of astrology, guys, I'm going to type it in, okay? This is a YouTube channel that I haven't posted on for ages, but I'm working up to it. It's either that or it's the one without the 4, but that's my other YouTube channel. Okay, watch this space. Stuff about astrology is going to be happening. Going to end this one tonight. Actually, no, let's not end it just yet. Debbie Fitzsimmons, was it my guides that pushed me to contact my ex-boyfriend? And was it a mistake? Okay, everything happens for a reason. I don't feel that's a real smooth flowing, good, happy reason, but there's definitely a reason, Debbie. It's going to cause something to sort itself out because you had questions going back to 1982. Okay, now when we get back in touch with people from that far back, it can be shocking. Okay, there are 2 of my girlfriends from about that time, actually, 1982 to 1985. I was on an Air Force station called RAF St. Athan in the British Air Force. I had 2 girlfriends in that, well, I had several. It was an active time for me, and I hadn't gone bald then. I was a DJ as well. I was like hot property. But 2 of my many girlfriends from that time, one called Karen, beautiful person, lovely woman, went to see her. She'd been incredibly depressed. She tried to commit suicide several times. And it was great to be in touch with her, but she wasn't the person I remember. And I wasn't the person she remembered. Another friend of mine from that time, Fran, very sadly, and she might be watching this, actually, in which case, big love to you, Fran. I'm going to, well, I will, actually, because we can all send healing to my old friend, Fran, my old flame and friend, Fran. She has cancer, and it doesn't look like it's going away. I pray it will go away, but it doesn't look like it's going away. And that's just the last thing you expect to come up when you contact an old friend and get back in touch, okay? So it wasn't a mistake, Debbie. It was your guides, okay? It just might not kind of work out the way you hope it would. It is actually dark outside for Twig Brother and yourself, Sam. Yeah, we're actually there. It is actually 10:15 in the UK evening. So with this, my friends, I'm going to say goodbye with one Moonology card for everyone who's watching, wherever you're watching, whatever you're doing tonight. This is a card for you, Balsamic Moon. We had this one last time, I think, and it says a time for healing, right? I felt that the healing energy was really kind of big part of things tonight. Actually, I could feel that there were a lot of messages about healing, and really, that the whole purpose of our angels and our spirit guides, our guardians, our gatekeepers, our loved ones in the spirit world, the whole reason we have this connection is all about healing. So in some ways, it's always a time for healing, but never more than now, because that's the card that's come up for all of us this very evening. I'll take it for myself as well. Right now, I'm going to go and take some time for healing too. I'm going to wind down. I'm going to try and get some sleep. And hey, thanks absolutely everyone. You've been brilliant tonight. I've really enjoyed this one. Debbie Ann, hey, thank you. Thank you, Linda Twainer. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sharon Sight, for being here. Thank you, Adrienne. Thank you, T. Thanks absolutely everyone. I really want to thank each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up as well. It really shows the YouTube algorithm where it can go and stick itself. And let's just stick that banner back on the screen again. I'm just determined not to be stopped from doing this. Where have I put it now? Okay. That's the place to go and show the channel or me a bit of love in the form of tea, coffee, or generally speaking, a donation. Always very, very welcome, guys. In the meantime, have a fantastic time ahead. Look out, more videos coming up all the time on 4 Astro Truth and right here on Twig Brother, the main channel, the channel that means the most to me, because my friends are here who mean the most to me. Have a fabulous time ahead, my friends. I'll see you again very, very soon. Love, light, blessings, and peace.